Yeah. So hi Azim.
Hi, Valery. Thank you for your invitation. Nice to be here.
Yeah, thank you very much for accepting the invitation. That is great that we can share today time together and to tell our audience, so people who are interested in international certification, specifically SPHRi certification. So everybody who is watching us or will be watching us, yeah, welcome to our leadership success story. So today we are going to talk to a very interesting HR executive, Azim Kulzhabekov. Welcome again, who is also one of the HR executives in Kazakhstan who passed successfully SPHRi certification. Yeah, this is, we will be sharing a little bit about this certification. Yeah, so if anybody has questions, please write them in the comments. Yeah, we will be placing the video in the social media, and I guess so Azim or me would be very happy to share and to answer these questions. So first of all, I would like to introduce who are we and why we are here together. Yeah, so my name is Valery Oprea. I am Chief Philosophy Officer of the company Umbrella Training and Consulting. So we are certification preparation providers in Kazakhstan. And my colleague, today's speaker, Azim Kulzhabekov, very prominent HR executives. So I remember Azim, that we met, I guess, in 2012 or 13, I guess. Yeah. So you were working in an international company. And since this time, I have been, so how to say this, cherishing very good memories about our cooperation. So, and this is very great that we again met at SPHRi certification. Um, yeah, so first of all, I would like to ask you to share a little bit about yourself, just our audience would closer to you.
Valery, thank you very much once again for your invitation. My name is Azim. I'm HR professional with 17 years, I think proven experience in HR sphere. I work as a HR, started in Kazakhstan, and then I prolonged my HR career international. I was responsible for HR in Eastern Europe, in Kazakhstan, in Central Asia, and it's really good memories when we met with you first time. It was L'Oréal, Kazakhstan. Everybody knows this #1 transnational company in beauty industry. And we met and we discussed many things related competence development, related job evaluation and other things, which is make HR as HR. And in international companies, yeah, I do believe in Kazakhstan companies now, is HR is crucial role for effectiveness and for development any organizations. In this case, I am happy after 17 years, I can say that I'm happy that I am HR and make and strive people agenda in organization. Thank you one more time for the invitations.
Yeah, thank you too. So how we're going to organize our session. So I will first of all share some slides regarding a Spiritualized certification for HR executives who would like also to pursue this journey, yeah, this learning journey or transformation journey. And then just I have prepared a set of questions, yeah, that I would like to ask you because you are one of the stars in Kazakhstan who really is driving the HR industry and also is recognized at the international area. The first slide is about our company, Umbrella Training and Consulting. So the mission of our business is to serve the energy of change in business and life, specifically in life of leaders. Yeah, whenever we come to the organization, we serve as a kind of driver for the change, transformation. So any changes, yeah, that happen in our professional and personal life. Yeah. So the HRCI Institute, yeah, this is the most authoritative institution in our industry that is shaping the HR agenda in HR industry for the last more than 45 years. And we are representing the strategic level of the certification for HR executives, for HRDs and HRVPs, which is called SPHRi, Senior Professional and Human Resource International. So this is international version for colleagues like us. Actually, who doesn't know, yeah, why it is the most authoritative? Because it is accredited by the Institute for Credential Excellence, also accredited by the National Commission for Certifying Agencies, NCCA. This is very unique accreditation. And also, I like this very much. Unfortunately, Kazakhstan is still not driving this agenda around human capital, but HRCI is the leading force in international standards organizations. Specifically, there is a Technical Committee 260 that is driving human resource management standards. And even for the recertification credits, yeah, we can contribute to this process. But still for Kazakhstan, it's not available, but I guess in the future, yeah, we will also contribute to international standards. Yeah, a little bit about the certification itself. So usually, yeah, when HR executives come to the certification preparation programs, so they're introduced to a specific set of tools and process. So the first thing that actually we are gaining after joining the program, it is the introduction of HRCI standards and requirements of the qualification, and they're quite different. And I guess Azim today will share, yeah, so how it is different from what we knew and did before and our life after the exam, yeah? So we also get together on overview of the best HR practices, models, exam themes, exam terms, HR terms, and we have a lot of exam items practice. So this is actually a new stuff in the certification preparation, yeah, when we run self-assessment of the readiness for the certification, and it should be at least 80%. But as well, now we also assess leadership competencies. As we see, HR expertise is very important, but at the strategic level, yeah, and we see this from the HR standards from HRCI, that at the strategic level, 50% of the success in the executive roles, it's not only HR expertise. By 50%, it is the leadership competencies, leadership potential, leadership styles that actually drive how we apply this knowledge, how we apply this wisdom in the practical life. And then we run some interactive sessions facilitating transformation processes that about HR mindset. And it is also about global recognition and professional level of HR executives. So if you are not watching us for the first time, you remember that there is specific body of knowledge, yeah, which we call HRCI Human Body of Knowledge, authored by Sandra Reed. Yeah, I guess Azim also would like to share some ideas about this book. I love it very much. And we also have some specific self-coaching guides like this SPHRi workbook that helps leaders to snowball their experience, their expertise, and then convert it to the business competencies. So actually that's all, yeah. And now we can move to our talk, yeah. So I guess it was quite interesting and nice memory, yeah, because it's like you are repeating your journey. So by the way, when did you pass the exam?
Last year in April, and it was really interesting thing. When I came from Russia to Kazakhstan, I started to learn something new. And I met you, and we started to preparation for the exam. for certification, and I can share that this exam and this preparation course is very useful, especially for HR professionals. Not only for HR professionals, but for the line managers who drive people agenda in the organization, because the best HR is line manager. HR role, I do believe, is to give right methodology for line manager who have team and how to manage this team, to give tools how to manage people effectively and how to be a real leader. HR can give real support and can be a real partner who drives this people agenda. And it was, for me, it was not so difficult because I have knowledge, and it's very good that SPHRi give to take some criteria for this certification. People must have experience and must have bachelor degree and etc. And when you come to this certification program, you can systemize your knowledge that you have already in previous experience. And I would like to add, I have international experience, and this certificate opens the door to many companies for me because it's a real credential that you obtained and you have real knowledge which can make company to make more effective. It's real credential.
Okay.
So, and after 2 months preparations, and I can say that first of all, thank you for you that you was not only like tutor, you was our coach and mentor. You gave to us, to all students, tips how to not only to pass this exam, but how to obtain knowledge that can be very solid for the organization. It's really fruitful, not only for, I think, for you, but for us. And it's second, support materials really was good. Presentations, discussion with the team, all topics, and of course, Sandra read books. It's not like you didn't find there many instructional information, but you have there many bullet points and many information which you can consider and resort while how you can implement it in this situation, in other situation. It really was really fruitful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you too for the feedback, for the recognition. That's very great to hear. So I like your comment, about that HR is shared responsibility, and this is certification not only for the HR leaders but also just for organization leaders. And in some groups we already had some directors, non-executive directors that actually were developing this certification. They were trained and they passed the exam. Yeah. So now it is also the requirement for the non-executive directors just to have a certification. So that's a very good sign, by the way. Yeah. So, but I would like to ask you the following question. So as we know that the impact of HR in the organization is changing, yeah, and it depends actually on the nature of the organization, on the maturity of the organization. So especially about you, when you come to the organization, to the business, so what is your personal mission in the company? How would you shape it in words?
Thank you for this question. And as HR professional, in my personal mission in organization, it's create positive and inclusive environment where can people feel safe, where can they demonstrate their ideas and strive effectiveness of the organization. And I can say that HR role in the organization is not easy because you must understand all processes. If you don't know business processes organization, you don't give the right solution for the organization related people. In this case, but I would like to underline that my role to make environment in the organization positive and inclusive. So,
okay, great. Thank you very much. So if we turn to the HR practices in our country, so how do you see the HR processes, HR institution, is evolving, and is it really getting mature? Because we have been going through this way of the HR institutionalization and development about 30 years. So are we making success here?
yes, the HR industry in Kazakhstan, I think, maturing every day. And now make focus for talent management, HR automation, HR digitalization. It's three key areas where I see that every day I see improve. And we can divide HR area and HR in Kazakhstan for two types. HR and organization for international companies, and second for Kazakh national companies. It's I still believe that we see the big gap because that the international companies and transnational companies, HR is a role where you don't need to prove that you're HR, and you're a real decision maker. And proximity with people, it's first. In the Kazakh companies, I have some experience, and I can say that HR is still support function. But I'm happy that I see now the strong HR in Kazakhstan, in national companies, in transnational companies, who is built HR as strong HR business partner. And majority of HR in organization is growing day by day, and they really strive people agenda in the organization. And I'm happy that I see that even in local companies, HR made great input for the success of organization. Because a real economical situation give to all holders, to all executives, that effectiveness is first. Of course, we know about transformations, about digital transformation, agile, Kanban, and many things that people develop in an organization, but really don't know what is this, because it's very modern internationally. But HR role is crucial for this. They must understand that to learn people and to understand what is going in the organization and how to make this process effectively. It's really huge work for all HR professionals. And I would like to underline that I'm happy that because now knowledge is accessible for everybody who have Google, who have ChatGPT and other tools. Just must people understand what is this and how to apply for the organization. Many things I see that many tools that still don't need it for organization, but we must select what is needed for organization, how to implement, and how to strive to company to success. Thank you for this question. It really was very interesting.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing your opinion. But I have then another question around this. Just as we see this transformation from the support function to the business driving function, so do you think this transformation or this transition, is it more connected with the expertise development, or it is also some kind of personal development for HR managers, for HR leaders, even sometimes leadership transformation needed?
I think of what you mentioned, it's must be combined, because if you will be good professional and you have deep and solid knowledge of expertise, but you have no any leadership capabilities, it will be, I think, nothing. And I think leadership development capabilities of every HR, and to understand what is leadership with how it drives the effectiveness of the organization is crucial. And as you say, and soft skills and hard skills is very important, not only for HR, for all employees. And HR in this situation and must strive that we have not only expertise hard skills, technical skills, but also personal skills, because we have many competencies, and we live in bunny life at present time, and the situation can change, and business can change every day, and we can know that, and everybody I think accept my point of view that leadership development, soft skills development, and hard skills development. It's very crucial for all HR. And HR must provide methodology for the organization, how to put this agenda to the reality. Because I have give you a real example from my experience that we have really good technical guy who was responsible for IT. He was really good, but his competences needed development. But the company decided to promote him to the manager. And what we had at the end of the end, we had not so good manager, but really good professional. But the good professional. In this case, I do believe that all these three important things must be implemented in the company.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I guess it's a challenge for the organization to identify who is the leader, who should be promoted at what moment, because so everybody should be ready. Yeah, so there should be specific moment. So then, quite logical question, as we are discussing a SPHRi certification. How did you get the idea to get certified?
That's very good questions, because I wanted to have some credential, as explained, that I'm really professional person in HR sphere. Because I started to learn about this certification, that I see that many leaders in HR sphere have this certification. And I talked with them, and I needed more information, because when you see in announcement, it's half of the story. And I started to learn about SPHRi information, about HRCI organization, what is this, and how it can help for me. And I started to learn information, and I understood that it will be real credential, that I'm really professional person in this sphere. Because, you can know theoretical knowledge, but at the same time, while learning SPHRi materials, you understand that HR is not only HR. HR is also business driver. And when you pass the exam, you must understand that you can see for all the answers that you and questions that you have, not only from HR side, but also from business side, what this decision bring to the organization, even HR. In this case, it was really good decision, and I can say the proof that when I have credential and have already certification, I have more invitation from foreign companies because it's half question while interview already people don't ask me, because they understand that I already know. And to pass exam, it's not easy way. You must understand what is this. You must to rethink everything what you know, because sometimes in an organization what you did, it's not alive at present time. In this case, book of Sandra Reed, it's really support. And first of all, support of you, Valery, that you give information in so simple way, because it's very difficult and complex thing, but your competence to explain difficult thing in simple way, it's really precise. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. That's a very good comment. So we have to differentiate between academic outcomes, learning outcomes, and professional achievements. And actually, as I keep saying that I always receive this question, why actually we need this certification? Why actually any profession needs a certification? And one of the explanation is because this qualifies the professional achievements first, because the academic learning outcomes, this is one story, but if you go up the career ladder, your professional life, you have to certify the level of qualification you achieved, and it happens over the time. So SPHRi, it is a strategic level, and it happens in 5 or 10 years after your career started, but also when you achieve strategic level in the organization. So other certifications, they qualify other levels of achievements. Thank you very much. So
I would like to add, Valery, that when I got a certificate was one thing, but knowledge what we had while trainings, it's really it's really very important for all HR. And after I got my certificate, I do believe that I boosted my career. And I broadened my knowledge, and I am now in Kazakhstan. I can work for international company in Russia or in France. It's really boosted my career.
Fantastic, thank you. So then, as we another thing that is worth mentioning is that it's not only about the professional development, but also about the personal and leadership development. And if you go back to your experience, what was the most interesting discovery specifically about yourself that you made when you were preparing, when you passed the exam, when you reevaluated all this experience and this journey? So is there anything that you could share with us?
After I passed the exam, of course, every people I had joy. I was really happy. Do you hear me? And it was really joy that I succeed this, because it was my dream 5 years, but I even had no time for this. And when I had it, it was really my feeling that I am stronger as HR professional, and I can be very fruitful for all the organization. It was only two feelings, and happiness.
Great.
And that proven HR professional for any organization.
Okay.
So
thank you very much. That's very interesting comment about the time. By the way, just as we explain and as you experienced, we have the preparation within the program and after the program, when you do it individually. And we have to say that you have to invest time. It's not just when you attended 15 sessions, and then you went to the exam. It's a lot of individual work, at least 50 hours that you spend and invest in discovery of HR technology, when you reconstruct your expertise. And even some participants from different years, they said, well, if you don't have time, just don't pursue this journey, because after the program, you really need to invest yourself to the development, to go on this path. So, and as we remember, so the professional certification, like SPHRi is, it's not only about qualifying the experience. This is also guaranteed that the professionals or leaders, they maintain their level of professionalism. And we have this fantastic tool, as we call it, Recertification. When every 3 years you have to confirm that you are still relevant for the market, you are still developing, and you are developed to the level of required qualification. So my next question to you is, so what you are doing to recertify? So what are the activities you are applying?
Valery, thank you very much for this question. And how to say, first of all, I try to engage myself to have this point for recertification, but as you know, recertification is one point as a certificate. It's real credential, but for me, it's very useful tool which provided by company HRCI. It's not only have target to have certificate again, not. It strive you and me, for example, all certificated people to obtain new knowledge, not only HR and business. In this case, I use simple tools. Now at virtuality, when you have some information, you can obtain it virtually, and you can participate in all online conferences. I use this. Of course, I participate in all WebEx with HR professional, and not only HR professional, but also in some business leaders who can share this information. In this case, 80% it's online. Some events where I can obtain the knowledge and to have credit points for the recertification. And of course, I understand that it's very simple. It's very simple program that you must to build to have this recertification. First, it's to obtain HR knowledge by participating some conferences, WebEx, and we have many in Kazakhstan community when you can obtain the information, and most important, to share this information. This interrelated business, and we work for the businesses, for the organization. In this case, you can change to participate in the project which is related to business. For example, when I worked in the bank, I had really good chance to participate in the development of ESG program. It's a really good experience. All depends on the person. If you would like to have recertification, it's good. But the most important, it's for me, it's not certificate. You, in line with this agenda, what you have, your learning plan, you have a really opportunity to get more information, to meet more professional people where you can share information. It's your networking. It's really good for all people, and not only for that people who have certificate, but also for all HR professionals.
Yeah, sure.
It's really good.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. So, and also, I would like to ask you to share this very interesting and unique experience. Also, in the light of recertification, one of the ways to earn recertification credits it is to serve as a coach or as a mentor. And as I know, you are already serving on one project as a mentor. Could you please share your experience, your insights you are gaining, and how do you feel about that? So what it looks like to be a mentor?
In my experience, international companies, mentorship, it's one key tool for development. And we really use this tool, how to develop mentorship and in the organization. And when I came, for example, in my previous company, I had chance to be mentor for 2 students from regions. And actually they finished school, and it was a grant from one company, and to mentor these schoolgirls to obtain grant for the university. And in this case, it was really successful story. And my student obtained grant from 100 students. It's really, but I understand and explain you, mentorship and relation to this mentee, it's obligations. You must understand objectives, what you would like, and what you want to reach, and how you can do it. It's really the obligation for both sides of this story. And related now situation, I am mentor for the students, for graduate students and who already finished, graduated universities. And it's one good company, KMF. They made it for and masturbated it for Kazakhstan. And now I'm mentor, and I actually how we do this, we agreed with mentor what we can do and what target and they would like to have, and we day by day going to strive and how to reach these objectives. Actually, all students, it's very interesting because it's vice versa approach. Actually, as mentor, I learn many things from the mentee because they're young, they know what is digital because they was born with, it's funny with planchette and gadget tools, and they understand. Exactly. It's really practice sharing, and I encourage HR professionals and to participate in this good and really fruitful program for Kazakhstan students, because it's developed not only person, but it's developed our Kazakhstan. Because when we have more professional people who have many experience and who already can't avoid mistakes that we did, it's really good. And thank you for that organization, KMF, that they invited me, only 50 mentors in Kazakhstan now, but they really enthusiastic people and who, without any payments, share their knowledge and share, and it's really good network. Thank you for this question, by the way. I already forgot about this, but it's really good experience.
Thank you very much for sharing, because I'm sure it is very inspiring experience. And I think it's a very good way how to develop relationships. Yeah. Because sometimes relationships, by the end of the day, by the end of the life, is the most rewarding experience. And if we can, do it externally, outside of the organization, it's a very good skill. Yeah. Because sometimes we need to get some extra experience outside of the organization. Okay, good. Thank you very much for the time. I guess we highlighted all the questions. That was a great success story. So if you would like to share something that that is very relevant for the future candidates, because last time we discussed with other participants that many leaders who participate in the preparation programs, they sometimes have fear to get certified, to get through the exam. So what would be your, let's say, advice or probably insight from the experience you gained through the certification?
First of all, it's a really decision of every person to have knowledge or to have certificate. But from my point of sight, you, by obtaining this certificate, it's really proof that your knowledge, what you obtain while training, it's really relevant. It's really proof that you have not only knowledge, but also expertise. And I do believe that SPHRi certification can support for many leaders, not only in HR sphere, but also for business leaders. And it will help them to not only to obtain, as I said already, certification, but it will help they grow professionally, first of all. And validate, it will be real validation of their expertise that they have. In this case, I really would like to encourage people to have not only to pass not only trainings and to obtain knowledge, but if you would like to test this you must understand that maybe while the training you understood information not really how it was explained. While test and while certification, it will be really your credential that you understand and you everything in a really good, because it's certification. I know, Valery, I will be honest, many people came for this training for certificate, really. But I don't understand why in the middle of the training they think that they don't need the certifications. Because it's maybe a person, but it's a choice of every employee. From my side, I would like to encourage people to get certificate as well, because in my personal experience, it's broadened my experience and my horizons that I can work everywhere. And for many international companies, and when you see now in Kazakh companies, when you see some HR profiles and criteria for the HR leadership role, you see that they would like that the candidates have already certificate SPHRi and for CIPD and other proven certificates. In this case, it's really important from my side, and you boost your career as well.
Okay, great, fantastic. Thank you very much. I hope we inspired a new batch of leaders, to get certified, because we have some participants that accomplished the program but are hesitating about going to the exam. So hopefully, by watching this experience, this success story, they will get more confidence, to get certified. So Azim, thank you very much for the company, for this great talk and your story. I really admire your experience, and thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you very much, Valery, for invitation. And I still believe you survive to the end of this video. I would like to encourage them to obtain this certificate. But if you don't want certificate, we have some people, but you will have great and very useful knowledge, HR professional knowledge, not only as HR, but also as HR business driver. And what you will see, and you can obtain more information that you can obtain in practice, but also theoretical knowledge was given, and book of Sandro Arit, it's really, really good tool for all HR professionals, and not only for HR. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And for you,
thank you.
for audience, I really appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.